Alright, what's going on everybody? Welcome back to another video here on the channel, and today we're taking a look at probably one of the most criminally insane things we've ever covered on the channel. I saw this article and I was just so stunned by what I saw that I was like, you know what, I think I'm gonna make a video on this one, man. I think I'm finally gonna do it, and I'm gonna jump back into one of those really weird situations that just unfold randomly. I've covered some pretty weird situations in the past, but this one is probably the weirdest one we've taken a look at in a minute, because honestly, I don't even understand like the justification for doing something like this, right? I mean, I get it, right? People have enemies. You go and you have arguments and disagreements and people turn into your enemies or whatever. I understand that, but what do you gain from doing something like this is like my number one question, because I just don't get it. I mean, is this to humiliate somebody? Is this just a random attack? I don't really know. I don't even know if the police know at this point what's actually going on here. So today we're going to be talking about a subway station in NYC that saw probably one of the most disgusting attacks that you're ever going to see on somebody unfold in it, where a man quite literally shoved a bag of fecal matter into a woman's face and basically smeared it all over her and then just ran off. It's really confusing because, like, I once again, I don't even understand why something like this happens. I mean, this is just so random. Who does something like this? You have to be, like, actually insane or, like, need severe mental health treatment of some kind in order to pull an attack like this off. So none of the initial details really seem to be available on whether or not that this is like a connected crime. Nobody really seems to know if the victim knows the assailant in this one or vice versa, what's going on with that. It looks honestly to just be like a random attack that took place in the subway where, you know, people were just using public transportation. The woman is pretty much alone in this whole thing, so I guess she's really the only victim that this guy could have picked out. So I guess if more people were there, more people could have been targets in this whole thing. But he literally smashes a bag of feces into her face. What a shit show. A man smeared human feces on a woman's face in an unprovoked rush hour attack inside of a Bronx subway station, sickening new video shows. The 43-year-old victim was sitting on a bench on the southbound platform of the Wakefield 241st Street station around 5:15 p.m. February 21st when a man began walking toward her holding a black plastic bag, according to cops and the clip released late Sunday. Like, Jesus Christ. Then, without saying a word, he smashed the vile contents of the bag in her face and then smeared it on the back of her head, the footage shows. The assailant took off after the attack and cops were still looking for him Monday morning. Mayor Eric Adams called the incident, quote, a horrific experience for anyone to go through at an unrelated press conference Monday afternoon. So this guy smears a bag of shit in someone's face and is now on the run. The police don't know the location of this guy. I am gonna go ahead and show you some of the images that took place during this attack here. I can't show you the full video because it wasn't available in this news article, and plus, I believe this is deemed like a severe physical attack and YouTube may actually age restrict the video if I show the full video, or at least demonetize it severely and, you know, basically cripple it being sent out to people. But so this is where it took place. The person blurred out in the situation is obviously the victim. The guy on the left is the one who smears this bag in her face. You can see the train is on the left and is available to pick up passengers before it leaves at the 241st Street subway station. In the next picture here, you can see the victim is still sitting down inside of this bench, obviously not antagonizing or provoking this guy. He is now standing over her, shoving this bag in her face, attacking her. Completely unprovoked in this train station. There are unfortunately nobody, it seems at least, around to help. There's no police officers, no random civilians who could help. And then this is another picture of the guy who is now walking away after the attack, and you can see feces is smeared apparently all over his shirt, all over his hands and the bag. He's wearing a hat, a do-rag, a blue shirt here. It's just a clear suspect picture. You gotta think that has to be someone who's just mentally insane, bro. Like, you cannot just do something like this and be a normal person. First and foremost, it's an unprovoked attack. You don't just go around attacking random people in subways if you're a normal person, right? Like, that's a sign of you're a crazy motherfucker and you need to be put in a mental institution or something like that. At this point, the guy needs to be worried about whether or not he's gonna get arrested because it's being investigated by the police and it's obviously an assault. I wonder if this could also be considered like biological warfare of some sort, you know, because feces is obviously very bacteria-ridden and disgusting, and in some instances, right, where like if you try to poison somebody or you try to like infect somebody knowingly with something and it's like a disgusting substance, in some instances, I'm pretty sure that can be deemed like biological terrorism or like biological attack of some sort, so that could warrant more charges and more time for somebody doing something like this. But like, dude, you're walking through the streets of NYC covered in shit, bro. Like, you think that's normal? You think that's cool? You attacked an unprovoked older woman woman for literally no fucking reason. Like, you think that that's like a dope thing to do, something awesome. You think you're a pimp for that? Like, what the fuck is the move here? Why would you do something like this? It seems like there's just no motive, you know, which makes this even more insane. Like, you just randomly thought to do this. I know this is a weird example and whatnot, but there's a movie called The Help, and I remember that there's this scene in it where like the maid is working for like this racist white woman or whatever, right? And she's being an asshole, but she made her like this pecan pie or whatever, and the woman loved it. Like, she was eating it up, and then it turned out to literally just be the maid's shit, and it was like her way of getting back at her for being an asshole to her for so long. And it's such a memorable moment because like someone used their shit for revenge, literally. But like in this situation, you're just doing it unprovoked and with a bag. Like, you couldn't think of a cleaner method to be a fucking psycho with. It's insane, man. But human waste or someone spitting in your face, those are real signs of mental health issues, and we really must dig into how we're dealing with these mental health issues, said the mayor. The nauseating incident comes amid a frightening uptick in Big Apple subway crime. Just 3 days later, William Blunt, 57, allegedly bludgeoned Hero City health worker Nina Rothschild, also 57, with a hammer and stole her bag in a Queens subway station. Rothschild was taken to Weill Cornell Medical Center in critical condition with a fractured skull and bleeding on her brain, according to cops and sources. So that might end up in a attempted murder charge along with robbery and whatnot too. So that's kind of insane. I actually didn't know the subways were this dangerous. I would have thought at a place, because obviously I don't live in NYC, I would have thought in a place where like so many people travel constantly that there would be like police stationed there. Like, especially considering there's apparently like this massive increase in crime going on in the subways. Like, I would have thought the police would be monitoring these places more, like especially during rush hour traffic and stuff. Like when thousands of people could be coming in and out of the subway at any given time, considering how big of a place NYC is. Like, there is genuinely so much room for some disaster to happen if there's like not actually someone there who can enforce fucking civility and not have people walking around just wiping shit in each other's face. Like, that's literally so barbaric. That's so animalistic, you know? You think of like animals like pigs and whatnot rolling around in shit, or like a dog rolling around in its own shit. You would never think of like a human being walking up to someone unprovoked and just smearing something like that in their face, or even like just attacking them with a hammer. Like, that kind of, I don't know, that just seems so weird to me, because I mean, I live in Ohio and we have, I believe we have stand your ground laws, and we also have like concealed carry laws and stuff like that. Like, you have the right to defend yourself. We have things like the castle doctrine. So like if people break into your house, like you have the right to defend yourself with lethal force. So I mean, here in Ohio, if someone attacked you in public with a hammer and tried to like rob you and steal your shit from them, and like you pulled a gun out on them and shot them, like you could make a pretty good legal case that you were defending yourself with lethal force from lethal force. So like where I'm from, like that's kind of like something you could defend yourself from. I don't know the laws in NYC. I would assume that considering it's pretty liberal, the gun laws and stuff would be a lot stricter than they are in like somewhere like here in Ohio. But like that's insane to me to think that like you can go on somewhere so visible, so public, and just be a fucking victim to the point where you're nearly murdered with a hammer. Like, at least police got the guy, but I mean, they still haven't even found this dude who's going around smearing shit. So I don't know if the shit smearer of the NYC subways has decided to pop back out here in a couple days. It looks like we have a serial shitter at that point, bro. No, but for real, like, I don't understand situations like this, man. It's just actually so fucked up. It just shows the worst of humanity, to be honest with you. But with that being said, thank you guys for watching. If you did enjoy, make sure to leave a like, subscribe if you're brand new around here on the channel. Follow me over on Twitter and Twitch at @SubToOptimus. I just released a brand new merch collection on my store down below. The link is there. You can get yourself a shirt, skateboard, hoodie, sweatshirt. You can get yourself accessories for your phone. It's a great way to support the channel, considering this video likely will be demonetized and possibly age restricted. So if you're a fan of the channel, considering getting yourself a shirt or something down below and supporting the channel. And with that all being said, thank you for watching. And until my next video, this is Optimus, well, talking about the NYC shitting subway guy and signing out.